Hey, it's John with Vision Advisors. Welcome to another Insight with Vision. We're still talking about the selling secrets of the top 5%, and this is secret number 7. I want to talk to you about the fact that you have an opportunity you're probably missing because you've got a number of clients you've already had an opportunity to get in front of. But my question for you is, are you maximizing the opportunities for upsells, next sales, and referrals? I want to take a few minutes and talk to you about what the top 5% are doing, that if you're not doing this, you need to be implementing this into your practice. And it's an area we at Vision Advisors can help you. So grab a pen and a piece of paper, get ready to take a few notes because you're going to get an idea or two. And we'd love to have a conversation with you after this video is over to talk about strategies and tactics to get that implemented. Are you ready? Fantastic. Let's get started. Here's the problem with many advisors today is as they make a connection with an individual, they don't maximize that opportunity. They're constantly moving on to the next opportunity without thinking about the person that they're already in front of. The mindset of far too many producers today is what's next. They don't think about the fact that they've already expended time, energy, money, and effort to build a relationship and to get a client to say yes to whatever problem it is that you help them solve. But when you begin to focus your energy and efforts in on those customers that you already have, those individuals that know you, like you, and trust you enough to buy from you, well, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you, there is additional opportunity there that you may be missing. And I want to bring that to your attention because if we look at results of multiple surveys that have looked at what's going on in the marketplace today as it relates to financial professionals in the marketplace, you get a chance to benchmark yourself as it compares to the averages. Here's what we know. Most producers don't offer an upgrade option when they're speaking with their clients. They simply sell their client what they need and only what they need, and they don't probe a little deeper to see if there are other opportunities to upsell or to next sell, or to even have a conversation with them about ways that they can enhance the experience and the fulfillment of what they're purchasing right now to make sure that they maximize their dollars. Now, why is this important and having an upgrade conversation an important part of every sales process that you do? Here's the reason for that. 20% of your customers would buy an upgrade if asked. Now, I want you to hear that again. 1 out of every 5 customers that you sit down with that say yes, you are leaving money on the table, and at the same time, you are missing an opportunity to serve an additional need of the customer if you are not having upgrade conversations. Now, think about that. Clients buy for a particular reason, and one of the reasons they buy is status. That's why some people drive a Chevy and other people drive a Cadillac. Why some drive a Toyota and others drive a Lexus. Why some drive a Fiat, others drive a BMW. For some people, it is about status. And 20% of customers will buy the very best solution that you have if given the opportunity to buy all of the bells and whistles. Now, lest you think this is a foreign topic, how many of you have ever walked into McDonald's? And when you say, hey, I'd love a Big Mac, what's the first thing they say? Would you like fries with that? McDonald's is a master at upgrade marketing. And if you're not paying attention to what McDonald's is doing, when you are walking up to the counter, they create the opportunity for upgrades. Would you like a medium, or would you like to upgrade that to large and get more fries and a bigger drink? Again, the upgrade and the upsell for people that are hungry, it's a great idea. But for people that are all about prestige and having the very best, why not offer them the very best? Because remember, 20%, 1 in 5 of the consumers that you are having conversation with and presenting a financial solution to would buy a better solution if you offered it to them. Financial professionals, as a rule of thumb, tend to want to bring the lowest cost solution that's out there to their client. And while that may be your mindset, that may not be the mindset of the client. They're willing to pay more for the peace of mind that they're with an A-plus rated carrier, or they've got this additional benefit that other consumers don't have. And if you're approaching your sales with the mindset of price, and it has to be the lowest price to get your client to buy, well, ladies and gentlemen, hear me clearly. Somebody else can always undersell you on price. And once you start competing on price, it is a race to the bottom. I had an opportunity to talk to the other day to a gentleman who is in the restaurant business. And he said, when I opened my business, my idea was to capture the market by being the most competitive and cheapest priced steakhouse in the community. He ultimately sold that venture to somebody else. And he said, John, he said, I made the mistake of trying to compete on price. He says, but with my next venture and the next store that I opened, as far as a restaurant, I made the decision I wanted to be the most expensive market shop in town when it came to fine dining. And because of that, he carved out a unique niche for the 20% of customers that are willing to pay more to get the very best. We always want to give good enough when 20% of our customers want the very best that we have to offer. My question for you is, why are you not including that as an option when you're having a conversation with your client? They can always say no, but if you don't give them the opportunity to say yes, well, number one, they're not going to buy it from you. And number two, if somebody comes behind you and offers a better solution that better meets their needs and allows them to fulfill those desires of satisfaction as it comes to prestige and status, they're going to free look or they're going to cancel your solution and go with somebody else's. So what are the next steps that you need to be thinking about? Well, number one, of course, you want to solve the client's primary problem. Whatever it is that they have engaged you to do, you want to solve that problem. And then secondly, you want to get the commitment from them that this solves their problem. And then after they've made the commitment to buy that solution, at that point, it makes it very easy and very comfortable to also, would you like to have fries with that type of conversation. So as you're committing to move forward with the paperwork with the client and you start into the paperwork process, why not at some point in that conversation make the upgrade offer while you're doing the paperwork? You could say something like this, you know, Mr. and Mrs. Jones, several of my clients with needs like yours also found blank to be valuable. Now you fill in the blank with whatever the additional options and features are that come with that particular solution. Or as you get the initial commitment with carrier A, and then you say, now, I like that you've made that solution, but some of my clients like yours also found this to be a valuable solution, and you introduce the upgrade offer. And then you can simply ask, would you like to learn more about this additional benefit or this additional solution? And let them say yes or no. 20% of the time, they're going to say yes, and you've got an opportunity to at least present a bigger offer that adds value to the customer, but also adds to your bottom line compensation for engaging in and sharing in your expertise. Remember, 1 in 5 are going to say yes, but if you don't make the offer, they're not getting the opportunity to say yes with you. Now, it's also important to remember this, that clients have more than one need. Maybe you solve their guaranteed income need today, or their long-term care need today, or a need for accumulation, or taking some risk off the table. Whatever it is that you solve that need today. But that's not the only need that they have. But here's another statistic that we know. The vast majority of producers never follow up with a client once they've made the initial sale. That number pushes close to 95% of producers fail to follow up with a customer once they have made that additional sale, knowing that the client has more than one need. And if you fail to follow up and you don't have a strategy and tactics to make that happen, those clients are going to solve that need with somebody else. They're going to buy another product or another solution or another service with someone other than you because you don't have a follow-up process to stay in front of them. So what does that look like? You know, it's important to remember, number one, they've already bought from you. They know you, like you, and trust you enough to say yes. And because of that, they are in a position in their mind and in their comfort level with you, they would likely buy again from you if asked. Now, the question I have is, are you asking for what's next for them? Just because you've solved their problem doesn't mean they don't have other problems needing to be solved. And in the client's mind, here's what's going on in the consumer's mind as we understand consumer buying behavior. Once a consumer has a problem solved, their mind shifts forward to the next problem they need to solve, and they immediately begin to think, okay, that's done. Now, how do I solve this next problem that's in front of me? And if you're not asking those questions about what's next, Mr. and Mrs. Client, you're missing the opportunity to bring the solution to that problem. So my next question for you is, what's your stay engaged strategy with them so that you have the opportunity to be considered when they are ready to move forward in discussing the next problem that they won't solve? If you don't have a stay engaged strategy and the appropriate tactics to follow up and to stay top of mind aware, you're going to miss those opportunities with your client. Now, it's also important for you to remember that it costs you more money to get in front of a new customer than it does to cultivate an existing relationship that you already have. So why not think about the individuals that you're already in front of, as I mentioned at the very first of this broadcast, and having an opportunity to work with them to solve the other problems that they have? Because the more positive experiences that you can bring and the greater fulfillment in solving the problems that you bring to the client you already have, now you've got the opportunity for more repeat sales. And if you work the process correctly and you build that relationship and you share through a system that we can teach you how to create that referral based opportunity with your clients, you can train your clients to do your marketing for you, to help you get in front of lookalike customers just like them that have many of the same wants and needs and concerns that you solve for customer A, that you could also solve for customer B, C, and D that are friends, family, relatives, neighbors, coworkers of the client that you're already working with right now. So my question for you is, why aren't you doing this? And if you are, but you're not seeing the results that you wanted, might there be a better way to approach that? Well, that's where we can help. Isn't it time that you started working with a marketing focused, results oriented IMO that invests in you, that stretches your level of thinking to see the opportunities that have always been in front of you that you've been unable to see up to this point because you've not thought differently about your business? That's what we do differently here at Vision Advisors. We help you get 2020 vision to see opportunities that are right there in front of you right now and how to leverage and engage with your existing relationships to maximize that opportunity, to create the upsell, the next sell, and the referral opportunities. If you're not working with an IMO that does that for you, then you need to be working with us. And if you're not getting the solutions that you want with your current marketing organization, let's have a conversation about how we can help create a better experience and a better outcome for you and your clients. Give us a call here at Vision Advisors, 1-800-505-8489, or you can go to our website, visionadvisorsinc.com. At the bottom of the homepage, you'll find a calendar link to our business consultants. And you can book a strategy call to talk about what you're doing, whether or not it's working, and find out what we can do to help you create a better experience and a better outcome, to get you in front of more of the types of clients that you want to work with, and to do so on a favorable basis. If you'd like to learn how to eliminate or minimize competition, we can have that conversation as well. But you're not going to get the results you want if you're not working with a marketing organization that puts you first, that gets you thinking differently about your business so that you can create a better outcome for you and the clients that you serve. That's what we do here at Vision Advisors every single day, and we welcome the opportunity to make that a reality for you. I'm John Terry with Vision Advisors. Thanks for joining us, and have a great day.